Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by WellSpan Sports Medicine, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying V, Dasher Investment Services, the law offices of Griffin, Strickland, Lerman, Salamis and Collins, York Mitsubishi, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Smith, Mayer and Little, Soul Burrito, Joel's Painting, Commonwealth Connections Academy, and by CJ's Tire and Automotive Services.
Swing and a deep drive to right field. Watch this one go. He fires. Game over. Base hit. It's a fair ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Rommie Lewis. He slides. He's in. Revs won it.
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Darrell Henry.
Good morning, everyone, from Santander Stadium here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 77 of York Revolution Baseball. And today it is camp day here at the ballpark on an absolutely picture-perfect morning. The Revs playing their second and final 11 a.m. home game of the season as they host the Sugarland Skeeters. Hi again, everybody. Darrell Henry with you. Welcome to Revs Baseball on a brilliant sunny morning and very comfortable, cool here at the stadium. A perfect day for baseball as the Revs trying to salvage a 4-game split and win the final 2 games of this homestand. Last night snapping a 4-game losing streak and getting a win in Game 3 of this series against the Skeeters. And it all started off with a big offensive performance early and a big third inning, scoring 6 times, highlighted by this blast from Nick Ferdinand. Got back safely on the pick to third. Here's Ferdinand, who lines one deep in left. Gone! Nick Ferdinand hits another one out of here. A line drive, 3-run home run. That thing was a laser. And it just got over the arch nemesis. It looked like it was still going up. Ferdinand with his 8th home run of the season. And it's a 6-run inning, 6-0. The Revs lead here in the third. Well, Sugarland, though, would come right back with a 4-run 4th inning. The Revs then made it 7-4 as Brian Pounds went yard to left field in the 5th. But in the 6th inning, the Skeeters would score 3 times to tie it, including a 2-run homer from Amadeo Zazueta. And then the bullpens took over, kept the game 7-7 until the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Revs would piece together the winning rally. Mikey Reynolds drawing a leadoff walk. Valdez bunted him over. Eric Patterson was then intentionally walked. Brandon Boggs hustled to first to beat out an attempted double play, which kept the 9th inning alive and brought Brian Pounds to the plate. First pitch. He swings and lines it. Base hit to right field. Game over. And the Revs with their 5th walk-off win of the season. Brian Pounds with the game-winning walk-off single to right. And the Revs with a wild 8-7 win in the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, Pounds, 3 RBIs on the night. Nice night for him, tying a season high. And now the Revs look to earn a series split here this morning and into this afternoon. Rommie Lewis will start today for the Revs. He's 5-7 with an ERA of 3.89. Right-hander Sean Gallagher goes for Sugarland. Just a 1-7 mark. An ERA a little bit lower, though, at 3.39 so far this season. One thing we'll be watching today, Andres Perez enters the day 1 hit away from tying the Revs franchise record of 383 held by James Shanks. He needs 2 hits to break that mark. He is in the lineup at first base, batting 7th here in the day game. Coming up on our pregame, we'll get Mace's thoughts on things from last night and also the pitching situation for today. As you know, the Revs a bit thin in the rotation and in the bullpen right now. And with Rommie on the mound, we'll check in with Mace on how he'll be able to handle all of that. Stay tuned. The Broadway Transmission Manager's Report is next with first pitch on tap for 11 a.m. here this morning on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. With a full spectrum of care, including sports nutrition, concussion management, orthopedic surgery, and physical therapy, our winning team can help you prevent an injury or treat one. For immediate care, call 1-877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
He's a great man. Was Muhammad Ali a thug? He was colorful, controversial. But this is a guy who did something before anybody else did it. And we were okay with it. A lot of us were okay because of how Ali looked. Handsome, well-spoken, and poetry. There was charisma to it. Richard Sherman just came out of a game and started yelling right in our face.
Dan Patrick.
On Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revolution!
Woo! The Cowboy Monkeys are back at Santander Stadium, August 11th. Revolution Baseball is better than ever. 2015 brings incredible entertainment, amazing giveaways, and of course, fireworks. The world-famous Cowboy Monkey Rodeo is back August 11th, performing between innings and post-game. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Revolution!
This week, Westwood One Sports will deliver all the exciting action of the British Open. Hi, I'm Jason Horowitz. Join us as we'll bring you up-to-the-minute reports of the 144th Open Championship at St. Andrews. With defending champion Rory McIlroy out with an injury, can Masters and U.S. Open winner Jordan Spieth take a run at a third straight major? If it's the British Open, it's right here.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse. For the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup, it's the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's Atlantic League Manager of the Year, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, last night a good night for the offense to get the walk-off win, and especially there in the ninth inning and certainly in the big third inning, looked like a little bit more confidence in your guys' approach at the plate.
Yeah, I thought offensively we did a great job. We came up with a lot of big hits. Obviously, we hit a couple balls out of the ballpark, and that never hurts either. And I thought overall we played good defense. The one inning where they scored the 4 runs, I think we had a ball get away there on a relay coming in from the outfield, and so. But other than that, I thought we played pretty good defense, and that's a good sign. And like I said, we were able to run the same lineup out there 2 nights in a row, so that was nice too.
And also a huge key was the bullpen, albeit short-staffed, but down the stretch in that game, that was terrific.
It really was. Pena and Harris both did really good jobs. Eddie Paredes, Eddie did a great job too, and I don't know how many days that was for him. At least four out of 5. He's been out there a lot. And those guys battled, and that was Bartlett's first time getting out there, and I thought he did a good job coming out. He struck out the first hitter, but in this league, when you leave some balls up, there's a potential for home runs, and he experienced that too, unfortunately. But sometimes it's better to get those things out of the way, and especially get the first time out of the way. Now, when you go out there again, you know what to expect.
Well, today you've got Rommie Lewis, and again, it's going to be on short rest for maybe the next few days anyway. And what kind of situation behind him with the young guys, and if it's a close game, do you have to go there out of necessity today?
Well, today we do, and I brought these young guys in. They've all put up some pretty good numbers in the league that they're in, and so just out of necessity as well, and the fact that I want to see these guys pitch. That behind Rommie, I'm going to use these guys and see what we have. Obviously, I think the only 2 guys that I have up with that have been here with us for a little while is Harris, who's only been here maybe for a couple weeks, and Pena maybe falls under the same category. But so those are the 2 guys we have up. Penny and Judy are down today. Bo's down today. Paredes is down today. So. we're going to run Rommie out there, then we're going to go get him with the other guys.
All right, Mason, thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Revs getting set for the final meeting of the season against the Skeeters, which the way it's gone is not a bad thing, although they got the big win last night and trying to finish the season series against Sugar Land with a second straight win here today. Revs are introduced and take the field for this one on a brilliant sunny Thursday morning here at Santander Stadium. We will take a quick pregame break. We'll have the starting lineups and first pitch for game number 77 of the 2015 season. We'll have it for you coming up next.
All right, let's try this one. Wherever you are, WOYK is... That blows. How about wherever you are, WOYK is watching? No, that's creepy. Let's try this. Take Sports Radio 1350 on the go with the new WOYK mobile apps. Available for download today. Bingo. The new Sports Radio 1350. Available anywhere via the WOYK mobile apps. First in York, first in sports.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Over the years, Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessory equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet's family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Looking for a break from the same old company outing this year? Well, look no further than the York Revolution in Santander Stadium. An event with the York Revolution is 0% more expensive than your typical room rental at a traditional venue, but it's 100% more fun. Whether it's an employee appreciation picnic or a company meeting, the staff at the York Revolution will create an experience like no other, with the same cost as a boring meeting. To find out more, give Kaylee Swanson a call at 801-4498. That's 801-4498.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
About set to go as Rommie Lewis goes through his warm-ups. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Well, the Sugarland lineup for today's game brought to you by Flying Feet. Kevin Russo in right field will lead things off. Denny Almonte is the center fielder hitting second. Delwyn Young will DH and bat third. Alan Dykstra in the cleanup spot today is at first base. Patrick Palmero, the third baseman, will hit fifth. Johan Lamonte in left field is batting sixth. Rennie Osuna at second base hits seventh. Amadeo Zazueta, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Kelly Cross does the catching today, one of their young guys, and he will bat ninth. No Travis Scott, no Chris Wallace in the lineup here today. Again, it's Russo, Almonte, Young, Dykstra, Palmero, Lamonte, Osuna, Zazueta, and Cross for the Skeeters here today. That lineup again brought to you by Flying Feet. And facing Rommie, who comes in at 5-7, a 3.89 ERA for the season in 14 starts, 81 innings, 90 hits, 23 walks, 54 strikeouts. Opponents have hit 275, and particularly frustrating last start for him on Sunday against Lancaster, and have a Very good strike zone and was hurt by that. Russo in, our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is over for a strike, and we are underway. It's an 11:05 a.m. start as Rommie throws the first pitch of the day. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss as Russo fans on a high fastball. He's hitting at 275 with a home run and 17 driven in. Rommie out of the stretch, and the 0-2 swung on and lifted to right field. Brandon Boggs is right there and makes the catch. And a quick first out to start things off. Revs today are in their alternate gold tops, which seems to be a preference for Rommie. Starting pitcher gets to choose. Navy hats. Sugarland is in their royal blue jerseys and those dark gray charcoal satin looking pajama pants, and I can't imagine that would be a choice of anybody's, but it's what they're wearing for the third time in 4 games in this series. Here's Denny Almonte, who jumps back on a fastball in tight. Almonte hitting at 202. 6 home runs, 19 driven in. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Now, to begin the year and in previous seasons, and we've mentioned this in previous nights, he would have been batting from the other side of the plate against a lefty, but now he's hitting only left-handed, no more switch. And the 1-1, and a swing and a bounce foul over by the York dugout. And against left-hand pitching this season, he's hit just 160 with 32 Ks and 75 at-bats. But a lot of that from the right side of the plate. On the 1-2. And a broken bat. Dribbler hits softly to first. Perez has it. He'll take it himself. Sneaking over toward the bag. Got his foot on just before Almonte's arrival. Broken bat brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. If you've got an ash tree, then EAB might be a problem for you. Let Heritage Lawn treat your emerald ash borer problem. Visit them online at heritagelawnandlandscape.com. At 2 outs, here is Delwyn Young. He's batting .257. 7 homers, 22 batted in. And he'll bat from the right. First pitch from Lewis, a check swing, and he bounces a foul down to the first base coach's box. They will rest Young from defense today. He DHs. And, of course, 2 of their everyday guys, Scott and Wallace, are not in. Wallace was hit in the forearm with a pitch the other night. Didn't play last night either. The fastball, it's a called strike, inside corner. But he's still active. They deactivated last night's starter, Josh Gears, so that they could put Sean Gallagher on to start today. The 2-strike offering. Called third. Fastball on the inside corner. Young is shaking his head as Rommie buzzes him at 91 and freezes him to end the inning. A 1-2-3, top of the first. At the end of a half inning, it's the Skeeters nothing and the Revs coming up.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879 or my mobile is 487-2096 or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Listen up, people.
This is The Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional.
Give a listen to how Phil Jackson described why this pick came down.
We understand that, it might take a year, but he's willing to work.
Obviously that fully admitting that it's going to be at least a year till he does anything, and this is for a team that had its worst year, what's the word, ever, right?
The Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score, Mikey Reynolds to lead off, and Sean Gallagher's first pitch of the day is over for a strike from the mullet-haired right-hander. Set the Revs lineup momentarily. The 0-1 is swung on and flied to right field. Kevin Russo is under it, and inching in, he squeezes one down. Revs lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Mikey Reynolds at second. Wilson Valdez at shortstop is next. Eric Patterson will DH and hit third. The cleanup man is Brandon Boggs in right. Brian Pounds at third base will hit fifth. Nick Ferdinand in left field bats sixth. Andres Perez at first base will hit seventh. Salvador Paniagua will catch and bat eighth. And James Simmons in center field is hitting ninth. Here's Wilson Valdez. And he looks at one a little bit high. Valdez, a double, a bunt hit, a huge sack bunt last night. The wind and the 1-0. And it's a called strike in. One thing, last night fans may have seen Valdez kind of slow down the line on a double play that he hit into. He apparently got jammed so bad on that swing as Gallagher misses outside 2-1. That his hands hurt that bad that he was kind of stunned, and it's why he didn't get down the line. He went into the dugout, sat down, and immediately went toward the wall trying to get rid of that pain as he pops the next one up, and back from second is Osuna out into shallow right center. The second baseman handles it. And Gallagher retires his first two of the day. Again for the Revs, it's Reynolds, Valdez, Patterson. Boggs, Pounds, Ferdinand, Perez, Paniagua, and Simmons. Facing Gallagher, who comes in at 1-7, but his ERA would indicate much better than that. 3.39 in 15 starts. 85 innings, just 78 hits. Here's Patterson, and he takes up high. Patterson and Gallagher were with the Cubs together and traded together in 2008. To Oakland. It's the pitch and a foul back off the net. Josh Donaldson went along with them, and Rich Harden and Chad Godin went back to Chicago in that deal. The 1-1 and a swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt. Matt Merton was also in that deal going with Gallagher and Patterson, and he was a teammate of Patterson's in college at Georgia Tech. Here's the wind and the 1-2. Swinging a foul tip. Just stays alive. Opponents against Gallagher hitting just .245. He's got about a 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 64-21. But just 1-7. Now the pitch and a curveball lifted to center field. Almonte, a late break, and it lands in front of him. There goes the no-hitter. And Patterson's on the blue pit. Almonte froze, thinking it was hit better than it was, but it was off the end of the bat, and it died in shallow center, and it landed a half step in front of him. He lost his hat sprinting in, trying to make up the ground, and then knocked it down as it bounced in front. Now Patterson with a blue pit. First base runner of the day, and here's Brandon Boggs. No bat from the left. And the pitch from Gallagher, a swing and a pop-up. Left field, Johan Lamonta will trot in with the shades on, and he squeezes it to end the inning. Bogs out on one pitch. No runs on one hit, one runner left. At the end of an inning today, no score here in York.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. With a full spectrum of care, including sports nutrition, concussion management, orthopedic surgery, and physical therapy, our winning team can help you prevent an injury or treat one. For immediate care, call 1-877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
No score. We go to the second inning. Alan Dykstra will lead things off. Middle third of the order for Sugar Land after a 1-2-3 first from Rommie. And Dykstra, the left-hand batter, steps in. Rommie's first pitch of the inning, grounded weakly towards second. Mikey shifts over to his right and fires to first to get him. And Dykstra was a bit slow getting down the line, it looked like. Get out of the box very well. Mikey had time to make that play. And our plate ump today is Matt Beaver. Derek Moshe at first. Nate Caldwell at third base. Here is Patrick Palmero. Comes in hitting at .269 with 6 home runs, 31 batted in. First pitch from Rommie is just outside for ball one. No score here in the top of the second inning. Our game time temp today, 75 degrees. A 1-0. And a ground ball off the end of the bat to short. Valdez with it, slings it across, and 2 down quickly. Well, Rommie has set down his first 5 of the day. He'll face Johan Lamonta up next. The Revs against Sugar Land just 5-14, but trying to finish with back-to-back wins and hope to get things turned around against those guys in 2016. Here's Limo, and he looks at a first pitch strike. Lamonta hitting at .287 with Sugar Land. A lot of that damage was done in that first series in York. The 0-1, and that's inside and moves him back. Overall, he's hitting at .238. And he went 8 for 15 in that first series, just 3 for 13 in this one. 1-1, swings and lines it, caught at second base, hit it right to Mikey Reynolds, right at him. Now Lamonta with really the first sharply hit ball by a Skeeters batter today, but it finds Mikey's glove. It's another 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom half of the second, still scoreless.
Hey, Santa! What's with the beach towel?
Well, summer's here, boys. Time to hit the beach. What can I do for you fellas?
Everybody's ready in the workshop.
Ready?
For the office party. Remember? We were so busy in December, you said we would celebrate Christmas in July. You didn't forget, did you?
Oh, no. I just, tell you what, fellas. You start the party. I'll be right back.
Where you going?
Oh, just need to pick up a little holiday cheer.
Get an early jump on your Christmas gift list during Christmas in July at all Maple Donuts. Maple Donut gift cards are available now, and they never expire, so 'tis the season to grab some of these sweet stocking stuffers. Maple Donuts gift cards are also a great thank you for babysitters, back-to-school teacher gifts, for anniversaries, birthdays, and for the gang in the office.
Maple Donut gift cards for everybody. Here's one for you, and here one for you.
Thanks, Santa.
Are you sure he's an elf?
Well, he's got a union card.
Guess they let anybody in these days.
Merry Christmas in July, Santa!
Thank you, fellas, and thank you, Maple Donuts.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Joel's Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of the York Revolution. They are also a partner in the maintenance of Santander Stadium. Joel's Painting and Contracting is the highest rated painting company in York and Lancaster County. Now is the time to call for great deals on all of your interior and exterior projects. A community partner with thousands of happy clients. Hit a home run of Joel's Painting and schedule an appointment today or give them a call at 717-471-4273. That's 717-471-4273 for Joel's Painting and Contracting.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score as Brian Pounds leads off the bottom of the second. Gallagher missing low and away on the first pitch to him. Last night's hero. Who knows? We might still be playing last night's game. As he takes a little bit low, ball two. The walk-off hit. He had scored the walk-off run on Friday night. Drove it in last night. Part of a 3 RBI game. 2-0. And it misses down and away. Had a sac fly in the third inning last night. Homered in the fifth. And then the walk-off single to right with 2 outs in the ninth. 3-0. And Gallagher got it over for a strike. Don't stand to Matt Beaver's right when there's a 3-0 count. That patented arm jab for the 3-0 strike call. And Gallagher misses high on the next one. And issues ball 4. Well, it's time to name our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest participant today. I'm going to reach into the super sacred plastic baggie that we keep these names in. Time for our random drawing. There's a real science to this. And who? Limo guy is our participant today. Here's Nick Ferdinand, who takes a strike. Who is that? Well, he liked the post, so Limo guy is hey, it's who we drew. Good luck. Here's the 0-1, and a swing and a miss on a slider. It's a cool name. I'll feel really bad if his first name is actually like Limo or Limo. Maybe it's Limo, and his last name actually is Guy. There are people with that last name. I've never heard of Limo as a first name. There's the 0-2. And a swing and a high fly ball in left center. This might be Limo Guy's chance. Oh, man, Almonte from center came over and just avoided a collision with the actual Limo, Lamonte, and made the catch out in deep left center, just in front of the warning track. And Ferdinand might have gotten it off the end of the bat just slightly. Flies out to deep left center. He normally does not come up short, as we've seen when he hits the ball deep, but unfortunately Almonte, who caught it, did not smack into Lamonte, who those two just missed. Here's Andres Perez, And a first pitch slider bends across for a strike. Will this be the moment? Perez's next hit will tie the Revs' all-time record of 383, held by James Shanks. There's the stretch. And the 0-1 swung on and fouls it back. And out of play. He needs 2 hits to break it. He picked up number 382 with an 8th inning single last night. Has hit safely in 8 of his last 9. Approaching this major piece of Revs history. Stretch. And the 0-2 swung on and skied to shallow right center. Almonte and Russo trot forward. It's Almonte, the center fielder, who puts it away. And that's out number 2. And Salvador Paniagua up next. No score here in the bottom of the second. Paniagua steps in at 189 with a home run and 12 driven in. Gallagher a quick step off. Now set at the belt. First offering is yanked and just fouled down the third base side. Fouled by a couple of feet. Gallagher came in on him, and Paniagua hit it off the bat handle a little bit. Like he was checking with Matt Beaver as to whether or not that would have been a strike. The 0-1, and runner goes. It's a swing and a miss. Throw to second is handcuffing of Osuna, and it skips away and Pounds is in head first, a stolen base. Brian Pounds picks up his 5th of the year. And a one-hop throw from Cross. Short-hopped Osuna, the second baseman, a bit as he knocked it aside. Got enough of it to keep it close to the infield. And now a runner in scoring position. Gallagher steps off. He is ahead of Paniagua 0-2 after that swing. And he deals. And a swing and a miss. Got him down low with a slider to end the inning. The Revs with the leadoff walk. And Pounds steals, but on their only pitch so far today with a runner in scoring position, Gallagher notches the strikeout to end the inning. We go to the third. Here this morning, it's a scoreless game.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Listen up, people.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional.
Rex Ryan, the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. Many people are mentioning that Tyrod Taylor may have a shot at gaining this starting job. Would you say that he does?
Absolutely, I would. I think, nothing's been decided. Obviously we haven't even been in pads yet, but, nobody's really taken that thing to say, hey, this is definitely the number one guy.
The Rich Eisen Show. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
third, a scoreless game here this afternoon, or whatever it is, morning. As Paul Braverman joins me. Excuse me, Paul. How's the Ritas?
It's pretty good.
Good. Rennie Osuna to lead things off, and Rommie's first pitch of the inning is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 6 up, 6 down to begin things. Osuna hitting at 286 since joining Sugar Land. He's in the 240s with Southern Maryland. The 1-0, and he lines it to left center field. Skeeters have their first base hit. James Simmons over to glove it. It's a leadoff single for Osuna to begin the third.
Well, there will be no perfect game, as FP San Angelo would say, sometimes on the second batter of the game or first batter.
I did that on Patterson's Blue Pit today. Does he really do that every night?
Every night.
Here's Amadeo Zazueta, who parked his second home run all season last night. First pitch here, he shows a bunt, takes a strike.
Well, 6 up, 6 down for Rommie to start, and the Skeeters, although it's still early today, still not hitting for Sean Gallagher. 1-7 with a downright respectable 3.39 ERA. That's a tough season at the office.
It's the 0-1, and Zazueta jabs at the bunt and got some air under it, but it lands foul first base side before anybody could get to it.
The Bill Jameses and the Brian Kennys and folks who cover the game from a numbers perspective will tell you that the win is a worthless statistic, which I more or less agree with. It's very subjective, but when a guy's 1-7, when 7 of his 8 decisions have gone against him with the ERA that he has, that's a pretty telltale sign of no run support. You don't have to look too much further into it.
0-2, and it's fouled back, out of play. He's only given up 3 unearned runs this season, so that's not it either.
Yeah. He's really stayed away from big innings.
Opponents have hit just 245 against him. I mean, all the numbers are pretty good, except for the wins and losses. They set up in. Another 0-2, and a swing and a soft tapper foul off to the first base side again. The kids love the fart, Paul. The fart effect. Got a big laugh. I mean, I laugh at it too. I'll let you know when I grow up. Hasn't happened yet. Rommie to the belt. And again on 0-2. Oh, up high, and it's off Paniagua's glove. It popped up in the air off the end of his mitt. Rolls to the backstop. And Osuna will move up. And they'll call it a pass ball, but he really had to jump and jab for it. Almost like a hockey goalie deflecting it up off the screen. In that case, it would have been a good play, but unfortunately in baseball, it allows Osuna to advance. He's at second with nobody out. A 1-2 count on Zazueta. And Lewis the stretch, a look back, he delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went right at him. A fastball at 91. Gets him swinging for out number 1. Second strikeout of the day for Rommie. And especially big after Osuna had advanced without an out. Here's Kelly Cross. They pick on the young guy today and call him the K-Man. He is 2 for 8 at the plate in 3 games, 2 starts. Does have a home run.
Well, I assume he'd rather be in the game as the K-Man than in the bullpen, which is where he spends most of his time. So,
first pitch is outside for ball 1.
You got the kids here.
Yeah. They are ruthless.
Casey hadn't figured that out.
Yeah. Rommie ready. There's the 1-0. And that's just outside. First couple of games of this series, Cross was the only healthy position player they had on their bench. And like Paul mentioned, he was doing the bullpen catching, and that was it. It was the stretch from Rommie, the 2-0. Swing and a miss, and he almost fell over. He saw one up and was trying to maybe hit it back to Sugarland. It's 2-1. Now they have the idea, the kids do. Hollering breadsticks. 2-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball away. Rommie with good pop here early today. That one at 90. A little more shrill breadstick chant for this game. Rommie checks the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball off the plate away. 91 again. Breadsticks for the kids. And back-to-back strikeouts after he had Osuna at second with no outs in the inning. So they'll all head home and say, hey, Mom and Dad, we need to go to Little Caesars. And the kids are very persuasive. Little Caesars is going to get some business today. Here's Russo at the top of the order. And a changeup from Rommie. He deals it in for a strike.
Hey, it's a night you don't have to cook. That's why pizza exists. For parents to not have to cook.
Russo, a fly out to right, his first time.
And for single men. That's what we subsist on.
Was waiting for that.
That's it, and that's all.
There's a foul back and out of play. 0-2. Maybe tonight, Paul, now that we're talking about it?
I don't know.
No?
Maybe after I wake up from my post-day game nap.
Yeah. You're going to leave the option open for now. There's the 0-2. And a ground ball to short. Valdez backhands and an off-balance throw on one hop. Perez knocks it down. Runner going to try to score. Throw home. Got him. Inning over. Valdez had a long throw and almost got him. The one-hop throw handcuffed Perez, but he knocked it down and gave himself a chance at the plate. And nails Osuna trying to score. He rounded third with the throw going to first. And Perez recovers to cut him down. No runs, one hit. And we'll see how they score that play. 2 hits. It's an infield hit. No runs on 2 hits. 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
Whether it's for sport, protection, or recreation, Spar Firearms is the best place to go for all of your firearm needs. With a large selection of new and used firearms, Spar carries an array of brands, as well as ammo and other accessories. Whether you're an avid collector, sharpshooting expert, hunter, or weekend enthusiast, Spar Firearms provides everything you need no matter your experience. For the best in convenience, selection, and customer service, visit Spar Firearms, 6108 Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, and online at sparfirearms.com.
Revolution! Woo! The Cowboy Monkeys are back at Santander Stadium, August 11th. Revolution Baseball is better than ever. 2015 brings incredible entertainment, amazing giveaways, and of course, fireworks. The world-famous Cowboy Monkey Rodeo is back August 11th, performing between innings and post-game. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Revolution!
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the third, James Simmons will lead things off. A scoreless game. Simmons, and then the top of the order with Reynolds and Valdez, and the first pitch from Gallagher is down and away. Simmons trying to get back to the form that he had with Bridgeport last season and the couple of years before that, as he swings here and lifts one down the line in left field and just foul. And he was sprinting out of the box, had already rounded first, and was hustling towards second when he was alerted that it landed foul.
Okay, for a ballpark that barely has any foul ground down the lines, we sure do find it. I mean, it's not like this is Oakland we're playing in here where it's got more foul ground than fair territory. I mean, there's just a sliver down the line here with the bullpens out there, but unfortunately, as snake-bitten as York has been this season, they always seem to find it.
Boy, if only those counted, we'd have a heck of a different story. Simmons is 2 for 14 thus far. Thought he had himself extra bases there potentially. He stayed short to it. It was in. Next one to him, a curveball. It bends across for a strike, 1-2.
That looked a little low and outside to me.
Well, don't stand to his right on 3-0, I'll say that much. Gallagher with the pitch, and that one is in the dirt, 2-2.
At least with Cross catching today, you're not going to confuse who the catcher is during the course of the game, right? That was
I will not.
Issue a couple nights ago. They're playing some DH catcher games on you. That will forever live in the Revolution highlight reel.
Pitch, and a swing and a bounce foul behind the plate. That's the problem with archiving things.
I feel like that should be a promo. They listen to Revs baseball promo on WOYK. But he's been catching the whole game. Dow.
There's a ball up and in, and Simmons works it full, leading off. Long-time leadoff hitter for Bridgeport. Just gave me an idea. We might turn that into a promo. Pitch, and a swing and a fly ball toward the corner in right field. Russo chasing it. It's foul, and it hits the fencing down there. Tucked into the corner out of our view. Rolls back along the track into right field. Simmons gave it a ride. Another foul, though, but the at-bat does continue.
Man, James Simmons in a Revolution uniform. It's weird, man. It's like Johnny Unitas finishing his career with the Chargers.
There's a chop to short. Ends his way to with it. Fires across for the out. 1 away. Pretty good at bat, though, Paul, as he tries to...
I'll tell you what, if you were doing a spray chart that included foul balls, he was all over the place there. He's a guy that can hit it to all fields.
If they can get him feeling comfortable again, it could be a huge pickup. But he had his struggles earlier this year. Here's Mikey Reynolds, and he swings and chops one to the hole at short. Ends his way to is just going to hold it. Mikey with an infield hit with his speed. And Palmero was up at third. That's the benefit of having a guy that can bunt. He couldn't get to it. Zazweta way to his right. Thought about unloading one across the diamond, but just held it. Now in a scoreless game, the Revs have their third base runner, one each inning so far. There's Wilson Valdez, who popped up to second his first time. And Gallagher delivers, and a swing and a chopper foul past Polo at third. Valdez up there hacking. Gallagher against York in 3 starts, 1-0 with a 2.81 ERA. That's his lone win, of course.
Well, what are you going to do?
It's the 0-1 and a slider. It's a called strike. Valdez, I believe, thought it was away.
Well, rare to be saying this in July, but with how it's gone against the Skeeters this year, York probably not too upset to be seeing the Skeeters for the final time in the 2015 season here today.
I'm not. The final time looking at these satin pants, too.
It's rare to finish up with a team in July, but we've already made both trips out there, one in May, one in June. This is the third time in, 5 home series that they've been here, so the Skeeters portion of the schedule officially over.
Here's a cue ball, and Gallagher off the mound will get to it, and a short aim over to first for out number 2. Kind of works like a bunt for Valdez. A little squibber off the end of the bat, and Gallagher over to his left got to it. Reynolds at second with 2 outs.
I don't know if Revolution fans realize, but it's a very quirky schedule this year. We didn't play Bridgeport at all until June, end of June, June 26th, and then made our first trip there right before the All-Star break. We've played Camden in 2 series on the road, but the River Sharks have not been here yet.
Here's a slider in the dirt and squirts away from Cross, and Reynolds was ready. He takes third. Went just a few feet away, but Reynolds will move up on the wild pitch, and the potential first run of the day, 90 feet closer with 2 outs.
How about that? June 24th to 26th, the next time the Revolution return home after the 7-game road trip to Lancaster on Long Island. First home series against Camden.
That's a team they've played well against.
They're off to a horrendous start. They're 1-6 in the second half already.
A pitch away makes it 2-0 on Patterson.
They get off to a good start in the first half before they fizzled, and they're not off to a good start at all here in half number 2.
And Gallagher the stretch. And the 2-0 fastball, a called strike, outer edge. Not the one Patterson wanted on 2-0. Good one to let go by. Well, the right-hander ready. And the 2-1. Swing, and he may have broken his bat. Punches it to short. His way to the off-balance throw. Got him by half a step. And keeps the game scoreless. He had to do everything perfectly to avoid the run, and he did as he went to his right and made the off-balance throw. He got a little caught in between on his footwork, too, but just nipped Patterson. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 4th, still no score.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school? Play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything. At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics walk-in injury care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment, and both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
This week, Westwood One Sports will deliver all the exciting action of the British Open. Hi, I'm Jason Horowitz. Join us as we'll bring you up-to-the-minute reports of the 144th Open Championship at St. Andrews. With defending champion Rory McIlroy out with an injury, can Masters and U.S. Open winner Jordan Spieth take a run at a 3rd straight major? If it's the British Open, it's right here.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score as we go to the top of the 4th inning. If you're looking for the remainder of the Dan Patrick Show, day game Revolution baseball action this afternoon and morning on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Revolution and Skeeters, each with a pair of hits through 3 scoreless here. Denny Almonte, 2-hole hitter and center fielder for Sugarland. The lefty steps in. to lead the visitor half of the fourth. First pitch swinging, a high strike from Rommie Lewis, and it's grounded foul, first base side. 0-1 the count to Almonte, who grounded to Andres Perez at first, unassisted in the first. The lefty stands back in. Rommie Lewis, the former reliever, likes to go from the stretch, even with the bases empty, does so and delivers high and away to even the count at 1-1 to Almonte. Lewis sets up for a 1-1 offering. The lefty deals, swing and a miss. Almonte swings through a fastball. 1-2 the count. Rommie Lewis, of course, a complete game shutout over the Lancaster Barnstormers here at Santander Stadium on June 7th. That was his first complete game since 2003 with the Frederick Keys in High A in the Orioles system. High and in to Almonte this time. 2-2 is the count. That was his most recent complete game 12 years ago, and that was his only other complete game as a starter 12 years ago before he did it a little more than a month ago here against the Barnstormers. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, jammed him high and inside. Almonte down on strikes, and that's the fourth punch out of the day for Rommie Lewis. Delwyn Young was his first strikeout victim, back to end the top of the first, went down looking. The Sugar Land DH steps in from the right-hand side. So Rommie Lewis, originally a starter when the Orioles drafted him back in 2001. As a minor league free agent, signed with the Blue Jays prior to the 2009 season, became a reliever there, including 20 games of major league experience between call-ups in 2010 and 2011 with the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss by Young. 0-1 is the count. The righty steps back in. Lewis sets at the waist. And the southpaw fires. Grounder up the middle. Second base side, scooped up by Mikey Reynolds. He has time. Throw to first, no problem. And quickly 2 up, 2 down here for the Skeeters on the top of the fourth. Rommie Lewis has allowed just 2 base runners today, both in the third inning after he was 6 up, 6 down. And he's looking for his third 1-2-3 inning and 4 today. Alan Dykstra 0 for 1 with a ground out to second in the second. The big lefty steps in, began this season making his major league debut for the Tampa Bay Rays. Made the Rays club out of spring training after spending last season at AAA Durham in the International League. 13 games for the Rays, 1 home run, 4 RBI to begin the season with Tampa Bay. And that was his big league debut, and he takes a called strike. 0-1 the count to Dykstra. Joined the Skaters a couple days ago. So looking to get picked up quickly, I'm sure. 0-1 offering on the way, low and outside. 1-1 is the count. Talking about that Rommie Lewis complete game win in 2003 for Frederick. He didn't remember it. When we told him after the game that that was his first complete game win as a starter in 12 years, he said, I didn't realize I had a complete game. He didn't remember all the way back to 2003 and just his third professional season in the Orioles system. The count is 0-2 to Alan Dykstra. Nobody on base, 2 outs, no score. Rommie Lewis trying to keep it that way, going to the bottom of the fourth. The lefty deals. Paniagua sets up outside, trying to get the big lefty to chase. He would not. And that'll even up the count now at 2-2 to Dykstra. Lewis from the stretch looking for his 5th strikeout already here in the morning/afternoon in 5 more minutes. Tipped foul behind the plate on the ground. We'll do it again at 2-2. Lewis from the stretch sets at the waist. Again, Paniagua sets up outside, but not as far outside as the one they tried to get him to chase on. It's a strike, a swing and a grounder. Rolled to Valdez at short, scoops it up, throws him out at first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. The third already for Rommie Lewis today. No score as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Revs coming up on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You line your feet up at the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then You push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body, cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer. And whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time in a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Finis, Dolphin, Nike, Adidas, Speedo, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet Sports Shoes. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Bottom of the fourth, it'll be Boggs, Pounds, and Ferdinand. Middle third of the Revolution order. No score, 2 hits aside so far this afternoon between the Sugarland Skeeters and the York Revolution, wrapping up a 7-game homestand here this morning and afternoon. York trying to earn a series split after dropping the first 2 games to the visitors from Texas before Brian Pounds' walk-off single in the bottom of the ninth last night gave York a 8-7 victory to snap a 4-game losing streak. The lefty Boggs takes a ball and a strike to begin his at-bat, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left back in the first. Sean Gallagher in his 4th inning of work, low with it, and the count is 2-1. So Boggs in a hitter's count. 0 for 4 last night. He's 2 for 11 in this series and just 3 for 18 on this homestand. And the 2-1 pitch missing low and inside. 3-1 now to Boggs. Gallagher winds and fires. Boggs with a fly ball foul. Third base side out of play. The count is full. To the lefty, and he swings and grounds one to second. A nice backhand snag there, getting dragged into shallow right field by Rennie Osuna. Lunging for it, up with it, and throws him out at first. 0 for 2 is Boggs on the ground out. Brian Pounds, last night's hero, on base already today with his league leading 36th walk, tops in the Atlantic League in bases on balls, and he takes high and inside, jumping out of the way of a tight offering by Sean Gallagher. 1-0 the count to Pounds. With runners at first and second last night, and 2 outs, Pounds delivered. First pitch swinging, a line single off Robbie Weinhart to right, and it was all academic from there as York nearly gagged up a 6-0 lead. Revs led 6-0 and 7-4, but the Skeeters, the big comeback, falling just short as the Revs walked off with the 8-7 victory. Pounds takes the 1-0 pitch and pops it foul up over the screen and out of play behind home plate. Here's the 1-1. Gallagher fires. Pounds checked his swing, called a strike on the outside corner anyway. 1-2 the count, says home plate umpire Matt Beaver. And Pounds with a ground ball, next pitch swinging. A slow roller to first, scooped up by Dykstra. He'll call off his pitcher Gallagher, who came over to cover and step on the bag himself for the second out of the inning. Base is empty, and 2 out here for Nick Ferdinand. No score in the bottom of the fourth on a sun-splashed day at Santander Stadium. Literally not a cloud in the sky. I saw the weather forecast called for a 2% chance of rain. Now, if it's only 2%, why just not call it 0? I guess they want to be covered if something strange does pop up, but it seems like percentage of rain chances can go in intervals of 5. I don't know about a 2% chance. After taking one high, Ferdinand, a big cut and a miss on the 1-0. Looking for it on the outer half of the plate. 1-1 is the count to the Revolution left fielder and number 6 batter. A tip foul into the glove of Kelly Cross behind the plate on the next Gallagher offering, and the count is 1-2. To the Revolution left fielder, the righty steps back in. Revs down to their final strike here in the fourth. Gallagher kicks and fires. The righty deals low and away. And Nick Ferdinand in a 2-2 count. Ferdinand's last 2 home runs, both on this homestand. Absolute missiles over the arch nemesis. Here in left field, the big Fenway-like wall at Santander Stadium. Hit a 3-run homer last night in the 8-7 win, a crucial swing of the bat for the Revs. And a few days ago broke up a would-be shutout with a 2-run homer in the 9th. And both home runs, I swear, were still on the way up as they barely cleared the arch nemesis and left. But that's not to say that they were wall scrapers. Absolute missiles that seem to still be moving upward as they eked over the wall. I mean, he puts a different kind of contact on it than most young guys we see in the Atlantic League. And Ferdinand, a little young for the league at 25, but more than holding his own. But after fouling one off, chases one high and away, swing and a miss. Gallagher strikes him out. 2 strikeouts for Gallagher through 4 scoreless innings. Scoreless overall, with the Skeeters coming to bat next in the top of the 5th. You're listening to Revolution Radio on 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Do it for me. Do it for America.
Rich Eisen.
Looks like Mark Sanchez, this is his team now. And he dropped a 50-yard dime on Jeremy Macklin in his first pass attempt. And Jason Peters says he didn't know it was Sanchez back there. He didn't know that Foles went out. He turns around to celebrate with his quarterback and give him an attaboy. And it's Sanchez.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Top of the 5th inning begins with a foul ball strike. Popped up out of play, first base side by Patrick Palmero. Skeeters' number 5 hitter and third baseman, 0 for 1, grounded to short in the second. The righty steps back in. Rommie Lewis on just 3 days rest in his 5th inning of work. The lefty deals high. 1-1 the count to Palmero. He is indeed the son of former Texas Ranger, most notably, Rafael Palmeiro, but of course had some productive years with the Orioles as well in this region, and the 1-1 offering, swung on and missed, chasing low and away was Palmeiro. 1-2 is the count. Palmeiro coming into action today, 269 with 6 home runs and 31 RBI, so pedestrian batting average, but really good production numbers. Guy has been a run producer for the Skeeters, but he's been especially good against York. And a called strike 3 as the low strike granted by Matt Beaver, and Rommie rings him up looking on a 1-2 offering. Rommie Lewis, 5 strikeouts today, 2 of them of the looking variety. And to finish that thought on Palmeiro, he's hitting 10 points higher against the Revolution, 279 against York as Palmeiro, with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. So he's dinged up the Revolution a little bit. Rommie misses downstairs to Johan Lamonta. His former teammate out ahead 1-0. Lamonta lining to second in the second. The lefty swinger is 0 for 1. Good matchup here for Rommie. Another lefty on lefty. Jams Lamonta inside. It's fouled off the handle and then off his foot, deflecting back out toward the first base side of the infield, but immediately called dead by Matt Beaver. Obvious there as Lamonta had to come up limping and walked it off. He'll be fine to continue hitting in a 1-1 count. In left field today for Sugarland is Limo. Released by the Revolution after a very slow start to the season, but he's hitting .287 with 13 RBI for the Skeeters coming into action today, so he's picked it up, but unfortunately in another uniform. Lewis misses low and away with the 1-1. 2-1 is the count, and Lamonta has done damage against his former team. .393 coming into today in 7 games against York, with 3 runs driven in against his former mates. Lifted foul, third base side out of play. That'll even the count at 2-2. And it's frustrating for the Revolution in a season of frustrations that he's hit near 400 in 7 games against York and .287 overall. After being released as just a .202 hitter through the first couple months of this season by York. 2-2 misses high, and the count is full. Full count offering, Rommie deals, and deals low. Lamonta was behind, but now draws a 1-out walk. Rennie Osuna, the Skeeters' second baseman now. He, like the man who preceded him, Johan Lamonta, has been on the move within the Atlantic League this season. He'd been in Southern Maryland the last 3 seasons, but traded to the Skeeters when Southern Maryland was in Sugarland, so he walked across the field from dugout to dugout into a new clubhouse, and now in his second spot in the Atlantic League after a long stretch with Southern Maryland. Lamonta being held on at first by Andres Perez. 1 out, 1 on, no score here in the top of the 5th inning between York and the Skeeters. It'll be an 0-1. Lewis steals a ground ball and a broken bat to third. Pounds charges it to second for 1. Big unload by Reynolds. Got him in time. And that's the half inning. Pounds had to charge it, a slow grounder on a broken bat to third. Made a perfect throw. Sidearm whip to Reynolds at second. Mikey unloaded in a hurry, and another strike to Perez to get Osuna by half a step. 5-4-3 double play will bring the Revolution to the plate, looking to draw first blood in the bottom of the 5th when we return on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Is your home team stuck in the doldrums of summer? Does your family wake up calling every day a boring day? Well, step up to the plate and pull them out of that slump by calling in the big hitter.
Maple Donuts.
Here's the game plan. Wake up early before anyone else, sneak out of the house, and run down to the nearest Maple Donuts, where Charlie and his team are busy loading up the bases with 58 varieties of freshly made Maple Donut All-Stars. And what a lineup! Oh, so sweet glazed Maple Donuts. Sprinkles, always a fan favorite, both chocolate and vanilla. Jelly-filled, cream-filled, chocolate peanut covered, even peanut butter devil's food. Then round the corner and head for home with your big Baker's Dozen box of freshly picked winners. Your family will roll out of bed, stumble down the stairs, walk into a kitchen filled with that irresistible smell, and cheer you as they start their day the Maple Donuts way. So step up to the plate and bring them home, Slugger. Maple Donuts, the perfect game plan for the perfect summer breakfast surprise.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Waking up with the Zabe.
The Steve Zabin Show.
And I know I can already hear you screaming at your radio. You don't even have a real job, Zabin. You just sit in front of the microphone and flap your cake hole around. I understand that. I'm not upset to be back today. I need to get back. I need to get back on the horse and get back riding again. I'm just saying it's going to take me a segment or two to get up to speed. Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Andres Perez will lead off the bottom of the fifth for York. Sean Gallagher deals, low and away for ball one. Andres Perez, 0 for 1, flew out to center in the second. He needs one hit to tie James Shanks for the all-time Revolution hits mark, and 2 to break it. Hoping for a 2-knock day so he can do it at home before the Revolution hit the road for 7 games, 3 in Lancaster over this weekend, and then 4 up in Long Island. And Perez out ahead 2-0 now. Swing and a grounder foul, third base side. That'll move the count to 2-1. Perez 0 for 1, but still plenty of time to get 2 knocks and do it in front of a day game crowd, a home crowd. The righty steps back in, batting 7th at first base today for York, and takes low and away. Out ahead 3-1 now. Should get a pretty decent pitch to hit here, looking to tie James Shanks' mark. The 3-1 swing and a foul tip. It is not squeezed by Kelly Cross behind the plate. Probably should have had that one, but he dropped it, and Perez will get another chance. James Shanks, 383 hits in 4 seasons with the Revolution. Andres Perez trying to equal that in his 3rd season with the Revolution. 3-1 pitch, popped up foul. Out of play, 3-2 rather. We'll do it again at a full count. And here's the 3-1. Gallagher rocks back and deals it high and inside. Perez draws a leadoff walk. So in a scoreless game here in the bottom of the 5th, the Revolution will gladly take the leadoff walk. Unfortunately, it's looking more and more likely that Perez will set that franchise hits mark over the weekend in Lancaster. But he could still get 2 knocks today, and he could still certainly pick up 1 base hit and tie that franchise mark still here today in front of the home crowd. Salvador Paniagua, 0 for 1, struck out swinging to end the second. Paniagua bunts, and Skeeters perhaps not expecting that, but playing in at third a little bit was Palmeiro, so they weren't completely unprepared, but Paniagua bunts it foul, third base side. And Palmeiro's going to play in with his toes on the grass now for sure. It'll be an 0-1 to the Revolution catcher, the righty and number 8 hitter. From the stretch with a runner at first, Gallagher deals. Paniagua shows bunt again, fouls it off again. Right behind the plate, 0-2. He should be swinging away now. Perez was in motion that time. He got a good jump on Gallagher. As the Revolution trying to break the scoreless tie by playing a little small ball, trying to get a runner into scoring position and make Sugar Land pay for that leadoff walk to Perez. James Simmons waits on deck for York. It'll be an 0-2 to Paniagua. Setting up outside is Kelly Cross. Setting at the waist from the stretch. Gallagher kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Hard sinker low, and Paniagua waving on top of it. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts is Salvador. Runner at first. 1 out, bottom 5. James Simmons with a grounder to short. 0 for 1. That was back in the third inning. Simmons, a day off yesterday, 0 for 4 in this series, and 2 for 14 since joining the Revolution. Gallagher fires high and inside. 1-0 the count to Simmons. .295 with 20 bombs last season for James Simmons in the Atlantic League. Count is 1-0. Perez is being held on at first by Alan Dykstra. Not off to a tremendous lead, however. Not a big stolen base threat. Maybe hit and run possibility is if Simmons can lift one to the gap here. It would not be the first time he's done major damage in this ballpark, but luckily he's wearing the blue and gold uniform now and not the teal and blue of Bridgeport, where he was a Revolution killer here at Santander Stadium through 3 seasons of his career. Called strike to Simmons, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Simmons, before he was with Bridgeport, 6 years in the San Francisco Giants system. No big league time, but was with AAA Fresno with the Giants, was James Simmons. Here's the 1-1, and it's a ground ball past the diving Palmeiro at third, all the way into the left field corner. Here comes Perez. He'll have to stop at third. Polanco puts the brakes on him and does not wave him home, but Simmons cruises into second with a stand-up double. Still just 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. James Simmons turned on an inside pitch from Gallagher, yanked it. A bullet on the ground past Palmeiro at third, cheating the line a little bit, was not cheating enough with the right-handed batter, and yanks it all the way, rolling it into the left field corner. So Simmons at second, Patterson not running on the pitch, holds up at third, and after the leadoff walk, it's second and third with 1 out after the James Simmons double, and Mikey Reynolds, a rare chance at an RBI here with a sac fly available. First pitch swinging, grounds it to second. They're coming home. The slide, the throw, not handled by Cross, and the Revolution take a 1-0 lead. Sharp grounder to second by Mikey Reynolds. Even with 1 out, Perez was running on contact. The second baseman, Osuna, went home with it. And I think Perez was going to be safe anyway, sliding in behind Cross, but it's a moot point as he couldn't handle the throw, so it'll be an RBI fielder's choice for Mikey Reynolds, his 5th run batted in of the season. And Andres Perez scores after a leadoff walk to make it 1-0 York here in the bottom of the 5th. James Simmons moves from second to third after his double put Perez in scoring position. First pitch swinging again. Valdez grounds it to second. This time Osuna's not going to go home. Gets the lead runner Reynolds with a backhand flip to short for the force at second. James Simmons trots in to score from third, and it's 2-0 York. Revolution lead at 2-0 now on the Wilson Valdez RBI fielder's choice. So Reynolds out at second, but back-to-back fielder's choice to drive in a run by he and Valdez. 2 outs here in the 5th, but the Revolution will gladly trade those 2 outs for 2 runs. And they draw first blood here this morning and this afternoon against Sugar Land. Eric Patterson now with a runner at first and 2 out. Steps in from the left-hand side, DHing today in the 3-hole for York. He's first pitch swinging, pops it up to left where Lamonta is there, right at him. Squeezes it for the out, and Patterson is 1 for 3 on the day. But how's that for aggressive? After a leadoff walk and a 1-out double by Perez and James Simmons to put runners at second and third, 3 straight first pitch swings. Mikey Reynolds RBI fielder's choice, Valdez RBI fielder's choice, and Perez puts good wood on it but lines out to end the inning. 2-0 Revs as we go to the 6th on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They towed my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Revolution! Woo! The Cowboy Monkeys are back at Santander Stadium, August 11th. Revolution Baseball is better than ever. 2015 brings incredible entertainment, amazing giveaways, and of course, fireworks. The world-famous Cowboy Monkey Rodeo is back August 11th, performing between innings and post-game. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Revolution!
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 6th, the 2-0 Revs lead here at Santander Stadium, and what a treat we have here as we go to the 6th inning, joined in the booth by a legend in Revs history. We know him as Smitty, Sean Smith. Smitty, great to see you.
Thanks you for having me
coming in here. Yeah,
on air.
Rommie Lewis starts his way to with a strike. So how do you feel, first of all?
I feel all right, man. I would be feeling a lot better if I was in center field right now, playing behind Rommie and the boys. But that's not the case at this moment. But I'm working to get towards that. So, everything happens for a reason. Universe is perfect, and we're all blessed. So I'll be all right.
Rommie with a called strike to jump ahead of him 0-2. 8-9-1 in the order. He's got the lead now to work with and deals. And is swinging a pop-up foul back and out of play. Well, this was my seat, Smitty, for your home run last year against these guys in September. This was my vantage point of it.
Well, I'm up here in your vantage point, but I actually showed up today to root the boys on. But I know Andres Perez is a couple hits away from having the most hits in Revs history, so I had to make sure I came and show some support there.
Next one is fouled back. It remains 0-2. Well, Dre did not have a hit, but an instrumental walk, leading off the bottom of the 5th. Those 2 runs. It's another 0-2. And a ground ball slapped to second. Mikey shifts over to his right, gets in front, throws to first for the out. And one away here in the top of the 6th. So what are the workouts like these days? And you don't have, I don't know if there was pressure to do that while you were playing, but if there's no longer the pressure to worry about playing every day, what's the rehab process like now?
No pressure to play every day, and that's the fun part. The rehab is just, during the season you can't, even when you're healthy, you don't really gain strength. You can maintain, so you have to work out. You have a long season, a lot of wear and tear in the body. What this allows me to do is to just rehab my leg, without playing on it every single day. So it's not as much ground and pound and just, the longevity of a baseball game. So it allowed my body to not have as much stress on it. So some of the things that I were doing, just with ladder drills and just strengthening my my right above my knee, so my quadricep, and a lot of that has to do with just the patella healing on its own, and being able to sustain a lot of stress and just being able to lift heavier weights, so I can gain some strength in there, just so I can get some more power in your back leg and get back to running and just moving around without thinking about it, your motor skills. So just being out there with the guys and being able to move around and stay up to baseball speed as much as possible was key. But without me moving every single day that exact same way, it'll allow me to heal up a little quicker.
Kelly crossed the hitter here for Sugar Land. Rommie had missed high with the first two, but got a swing and a miss on the next one. Here's the 2-1. And a called strike inside corner, right where he was set up. How much different does the game look from up here?
It looks a lot slower up, up here. But yeah, that just, that's the difference between being outside the lines and on the inside there. You got a lot of guys that surround you in the clubhouse and on the bench and in the dugout, and we just, you kind of just keep moving. You're either chatting about something, whether it's baseball related or not, or just, just trying to keep your mind free or whatnot. Up here, I just feel like just me and Daryl just stuck in this box, but real life is going on out in front of us. So it's different, but it's pretty cool in here. I mean, I'm not ready for this yet, but maybe at some point.
All right. Well, Rommie with strikeout number 6 on the day. He got crossed to chase up high. Now, Jeff Scott had come out to say something to Matt Beaver, and then Mace did the same. I don't know what they're looking at this point, but here's Kevin Russo at the top of the order. He swings and fouls one back. It didn't seem to be a big deal. After Mace's conversation with him, brief. I'm sure being around the clubhouse helped you those few months that you were here?
Of course.
In uniform?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just anybody that plays baseball, professional or not, the clubhouse is like your sanctuary. That's where you go to just, be. Those guys they pretty much become your family, for the good and bad. You're around each other during holidays, during, every single day, really. I mean, you see them in the showers, and you see them just running around. You just see everybody, just exposed. So it's just, it's the truth in there. And I think just being around that does allow you to heal as well. Healing it starts off mentally. I mean, obviously your body has to do the right things, and you have to take care of your body. But, on the days to where you hurt a little bit, maybe you can get some inspiration by looking at the guy that's, hurting as well, or, still working out, and just try to find victories in every little thing. So in all the negatives, you have to find a positive and just believe in the faith. If you have a goal and you believe in the things you believe in on your inside, not to the outside world, but you truly believe, then, things will be okay anyway. And I know it, I'm down right now because I'm not able to play every single day yet. My leg is not totally healed, but at some point it'll get there, and then, I'll get back to moving around, and we won't be hopping.
Yeah. Well, Robbie gets Russo to swing and miss on a changeup, his 7th strikeout so far today. Sugarland's going to go to their bullpen. 2-0, the Revs lead it. We'll have more with Sean Smith as we go to the bottom half of the 6th.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Savory's Funnel Cakes have brought their delicious funnel cakes from the York Fair to Santander Stadium. Be sure to visit their stand on the third base concourse near the Hop Corner, as they offer both regular and pumpkin funnel cakes. Also, be sure to check out Savory's Funnel Cake Eating Challenge played between innings during York Evolution home games. They also offer event catering. Give Savory's a call at 717-271-3485. That's 717-271-3485. Savory's Funnel Cakes, York's delicious delicacy for all to enjoy.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Andres Perez, and you're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom half of the sixth inning, a 2-0 Revs lead. Sean Smith joins us here in the booth today, and Smitty here to cheer on the boys and also hopefully see Andres Perez get that hits record before the day is done. Right-hander Derek Blacksher takes over for Sugarland. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Sean Gallagher went 5. Game was scoreless until the Revs got to him for 2 in the bottom half of the 5th. Rommie Lewis with a scoreless 6th inning. He's given up just 2 hits. The Revs only with 3, but a 2-0 lead. Smitty, aside from hopefully visiting us regularly, what else are you looking to do with the rest of your summer? And I know the retirement, quote unquote, you could definitely come out of that at some point.
Yes.
You could pull a Brett Favre or a Michael Jordan.
I mean, those are way cooler to me, and obviously they're superstars. But yes, I mean that's the plan. I mean, whenever that day comes, you know, I believe in my gut, I believe in my faith, I believe God will, you know, let me know when that is, and it's not yet. So, you know, I have to do the things I need to do to get back to where I can, and I'm able to physically get back out there, and you know, play good ball. But I will. But yeah, some of these guys here, they get it too. They go through the grind every single day, man. I respect it. You respect the game, it'll respect you back.
Brandon Boggs, the hitter, and Blacksher started him with a strike. The next one is outside, 1-1. And the Boggs, Pounds, and Ferdinand this inning.
And if I'm not able to return this year, then, you know, I'll spend some time with my son. I mean, he'll help. I mean, even on the bad days, man, just looking at him, he's such a great spirit. He'll keep me in the right mind frame. I'll just continue to get healthy, and then we'll go from there.
1-2, and a swinging a foul tip to the backstop.
Just missed that.
Boggs today, a fly out to left, a ground out to second that he hit hard. Revs up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Last meeting of the year with the Skeeters. Blacksher to the plate, swung on and lifted to center field. Almonte will creep in a few steps and squeeze it, 1 away. Well, you were telling me about where you rehabbed and worked out during the offseason in Arizona, and you're maybe the second most famous person there, or third. Who all do you run into there?
Or 100th on the list, if that word even applies to me. They have a lot of guys out there. They have Jacoby Ellsbury works out there. Evan Longoria. Oh, that's gone.
Brian Pounds launches one high and deep to left. You can forget it. Pounds with another home run. Second straight game, and it's a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. His 5th of the year, and makes it a 3-0 Revs lead. A no-doubter out over the arch nemesis in left.
Old Pound Cake. That's like he's like Captain America right there.
Is that your nickname for him?
Yep, and now we got Chicken Hawk up to the plate.
I knew that.
Pound Cake, I mean, yeah. I mean, I call him Paul Walker sometimes, rest in peace. Matthew McConaughey, you know, he's our all-American white guy. I mean, you know, he's a pretty boy. He works out every single day. He's a really good player, man. He busts his tail. I love Poundsy, man. He's one of my favorite teammates of all time, no doubt.
Pitch inside on Chicken Wing, Nick Ferdinand.
Chicken Hawk.
And he looks at a strike. What?
Chicken Hawk.
Oh, that's right. And how did you come up with that? See, I screwed it up already.
I don't know if you remember the old school cartoons. You had Sylvester the Big Rooster, and then like this little chicken hawk that would come about. It's really strong.
And this one is clobbered deep, but way foul and left. It's 2 balls and a strike. Or 1 ball and 2 strikes, excuse me.
Fernie kind of walks around like he holds a suitcase. You know, he's a stocky kid. He's kind of got this little, you know, little rumpy stoutness to him, but he's so strong, man. He's powerful, and on top of that, like every single day, he eats like whole chickens, like no BS. I mean, no gloves. Just straight rabbit food, salad, and whole chickens, literally. I mean, the very first day this kid came, he hit a walk-off. So, I mean, he found a home real quick.
Next one to him is, just missed. A little low, perhaps. Works it to a full count. I can't believe I screwed up the nickname, but it was an 11 a.m. start.
No worries.
It's a Chicken Hawk.
Chicken Hawk. There you go.
I'm just thinking of eating chicken wings, which I do enjoy.
You and I both, to say the least. We'll keep it at that.
There's a swing and a miss on a slider, and that's out number 2. Well, Pounds, he is perhaps starting to find the power strokes, Smitty, and he hit 16 home runs last year with Camden, and I mean, he's been a solid line drive hitter all year, but now the last 2 nights he's gone yard, his first 2 here at home this season.
It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. I mean, you can start out as hot as you want to in the first couple months, but if if you're not putting things together towards the end of the year, then it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's good to see Poundsy that he is finding his power stroke now. You said he had 16 last year. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll be somewhere around there by the end of the season. I mean, he was just getting warmed up. He was hurt for a little bit, but overall he's been, if not our best hitter, then our one of our top 2 the whole season. So again, that's testament to his faith, to his workouts, and I mean, he puts in the work, man. He's a good player.
Here's Andres Perez, and could this be the at bat that'll tie him? A ball and a strike.
Come on, kid.
Pitch from Black sure is grounded foul, third base side. Taking aim at some serious Revs history.
Hope he gets it here at home. If not, then they're at Lancaster this weekend.
That's right.
And yes, I said Lancaster. I'm not a local boy.
Now a stretch, the 1-2.
Oof.
And a slider, strike 3 called. Started at Adam, and it broke over the inside corner. That'll end the inning, but Brian Pounds adds to the lead, clobbering 1 to left. And I got this wrong as well, his 4th of the year, but he probably didn't mind me adding 1 to it. 1 run on 1 hit, nobody left. Stay hot. We go to the 7th inning. It's a 3-0 Revs lead.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
Looking for something cool to do this weekend? Looking for a different kind of family fun? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Get on the ice with your friends for Rock and Skate. The last Friday of each month. Every Wednesday is family night with free skate rentals for the whole family. And remember, the coolest place in town is also available for the coolest birthday party in town. For party package prices and public skating times, check out YorkSkate.com. Want to learn to skate? Want to suit up and learn how to play some hockey? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Learn to skate programs are now available for all ages, for every skating ability. Class levels range from beginner to freestyle, where you'll learn basic jumps, spins, and footwork, and skating rental is included. Or get on the ice for York Ice Arena hockey programs. Taught by Ice Arena coaches, boys and girls can learn proper techniques for the game. Rental equipment is available. Group skating lessons and beginner hockey programs are forming now. Plus, York City residents get a 50% discount. Register today. Go to YorkSkate.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Top of the 7th, 3-0 is the lead for the Revs. Brian Pounds goes yard. adding to that advantage. And Rommie Lewis will face Denny Almonte to begin the 7th. He's at 71 pitches through 6. First offering here is over for a strike. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Sugarland. Rommie with the 0-1 and a curveball, check swing, appeal to third, and Almonte held up. The Revs today in the bullpen, as we discussed with Mace before the game. Judy inactive for a couple of days. Penny down today. Here's a curveball, a little bit low. Paredes down today. So is Bo. The only 2 vets available today, Tyrell Harris and Tony Pena. And then the 4 young guys just brought in. Here's a swing and a bloop to to shortstop rather. And Almonte is out on a bloop pop, 1 away to start the 7th inning. That thing was even more of a dud off the bat handle than I had thought. It didn't even get out of the infield. I saw Simmons start to trot in and fixated on him, but it was Valdez who had it all the way. 1 down. Here's Delwyn Young, who's struck out and grounded the 2nd. And Rommie missing upstairs on the first offering. 1-0. And a changeup. That just missed. This is his 3rd start against Sugarland this year. He had 1-1 and lost 1, but pitched pretty well in both. And the next one is over for a strike. Smitty, do you have a nickname for Rommie?
I call him Rommie. I call him Ramadan. Ramadan. I have a lot of the guys have nicknames. Not everybody.
Here's a swing and a rip. It's short, and Valdez a sliding effort as it skipped on by, glanced off the end of his glove and into left. He tried to make a sliding backhand pick and then took an angry swing at it after it went by. It's a base hit for Young. All right, so how about Willie?
I call Valdez, I call him Grillo. Grillo means cricket. He's always dancing around, hopping, jumping. I don't know if you remember Jimmy the Cricket, but I really think it's fitting. I mean, this dude's a magician with his glove. He's I would say he's the best defensive shortstop I've ever played behind, and that's saying something because I play behind a lot of good players, and he does it easy.
Here's Alan Dykstra, and Rommie missing low on him. It's only the 2nd base runner he's dealt with since the 3rd inning. Revs with a 3-0 lead. It was a hit for Young, Sugarland's 3rd of the day. The 1-0 and a liner yanked foul down into the first section, and it's somehow, there was one kid right in that area. I don't know how it missed him. I mean, there's a lot of kids, but there's one in particular that it just missed, and his buddies behind him end up finding it under the seats. The poor kid missed his chance at a souvenir. The 1-1 and a swing and a grounder, yanked foul down into the York bullpen. Dykstra has been out ahead of the last 2, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
We got Valdez calls.
Pitch and a swing and a foul tip. Got Paniagua's face mask. He'll take a moment here.
Little Mikey. Valdez calls him sexy Italian. So that's what he gets called in there. We got Dre. Whenever we refer to Dre, is do it for the gods. I mean, Dre's got a deep voice. He's from, he's always got this serious demeanor about him. He's from New York. And if you know anything about, a little bit of the rap music, what Dre's into, he does it for the gods. We got Bo Nana over there. Paredes, I call him either pájaro, which means bird, or flamingo. I like to call him flamingo because it, kind of gets to him a little more. We got Papa Panty behind the plate. Trying to think who else we got over there. Some of the new guys that hadn't donned them one yet.
Well, they're missing out.
They are. They got to get in that mix. Or maybe I'm missing out. Somebody's missing something.
This curveball just missed away. 2-2 on Dykstra. Well, if I were to do a whole game, actually 3-2, the board was wrong. If I were to do a whole game with your nicknames, I don't know if they would know who I'm talking about, but they are creative. Here's a line drive off Perez glove at first. Glances into foul territory. It was touch fair, though. And safe all around. Young takes second. Dykstra is on. It's a base hit on a ball drilled. And Dre stuck the glove out to his left, and it just hit off the end. He was inches away from a line drive double play that would have ended the inning. And Mace coming out, and with the short staff and short rest, and maybe short rest on Rommie's next start, that will be all after 85 pitches here today. And Tony Pena will make his way in. Excellent effort, though, from Ramadan. Heads off with a 3-0 lead. And he'll give that lead to the bullpen to try to earn a series split here this afternoon.
It's a great game pitch right there. Hope we can save these runs here.
What do you think of the job he's done this year, switching roles?
I tip my hat to him because Rommie, he comes to compete every single time. And, you know, baseball is, again, it's up and down, and you try not to get too high or get too low. And whatever he's got out there, man, I mean, he just gives you a chance to win. I mean, I like him on the mound. I love playing behind him. He gets the ball, he throws it. And then just to go from being a closer to a starter has got to be just completely different. So to make that transition, and, you know, I think there's things that you have to learn, and he has learned. But he also, like, you know, kind of when he first started, he came out and kind of set the bar, like, really high. Like, hey, you know, you can do this. And then, you know, game caught up to him a little bit, and he made an adjustment again. So, I mean, he's a professional. I mean, he gets in there, he never makes excuses, and he's going to give you everything he has. I mean, he busts his tail inside the clubhouse, and, you know, that's all you can ask for. He's a professional when it comes to that matter.
Well, today, 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits, no runs. Pena inherits Rommie's 2 runners on base here. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. 2 of his better starts this year have been in the 11 a.m. games. He had one very similar to this in Camden back in May. 85 pitches, 60 strikes. And now Pena is in next. And call to the bullpen brought to you by Maple Donuts. He had a big bounce-back outing last night with a scoreless 8th inning. And really the thing that they feel with Pena is just a matter of getting more into mid-season form as far as throwing shape in game. And they think they have something with him as far as a late inning option to go to. And he'll get that chance here with 2 on and 1 out in the 7th. And Patrick Palmero, the hitter, in to face the right-hander. And Pena's first pitch is inside and off Paniagua's glove. It'll roll to the backstop and charge with a pass ball. It'll be 2nd and 3rd, and the double play opportunity taken away. 1 out in the inning.
Some late movement on that. That ball came down in hard and late. Did you see how hard that was on the board?
I didn't see that one, no, but
me neither.
Yeah, Pena's. He's been low 90s with sink and run. Any chance they got crossed up there? Even?
I mean, possibly. I mean, depending. I don't know if they're, you know, if they've changed the signs. You know, sometimes the runners in scoring position, you do something a little different. But if you did, you know, that's getting crossed up the first pitch is you know, it's tough.
Yeah. They talked once after it. Now they're talking a second time. No visit, says Matt Beaver. A very intense no visit signal he gave. He really sold it. Now it's 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, a 3-0 lead. Revs infield back, of course, conceding a run. The pitch from Pena is hit in the air in left center, fairly deep. Simmons going back onto the fence, jumps against the wall. He's got it. Makes an outstanding play.
Nice
Young
catch.
will tag and come in to score, but James Simmons may have just saved the lead. Crashing into the fence in left center, he saved a 3-run homer. The play of the day, and one of the plays of the year, perhaps. The glove looked like it was above the fence as he crashed into the padding. Outstanding. And only 1 run scores on the sac fly. It's 3-1.
That might have just won the game right there.
What a moment to pull one back. Here's Johan Lamonta with Dykstra at second and 1 out. And Pena misses down and away. Ball 1.
I know he just got here. He hasn't been here for long, and, bat probably still needs to catch up a little bit, but that just goes to show you can win baseball games in more than one way. You can still be a game changer, and, you don't have to be great at everything, but you can be really good in a lot of different areas. And right there, that probably won the game. They should be able to hold this lead for the rest of the game, and that was, take some steam out of the other team, and also, gives you a little more confidence as a pitcher and as a team. So, tip of the cap to Simmons there. That was awesome.
Boy, outstanding. Paniagua goes out to meet with Pena this time, and it is a visit after Pena fell behind 2-0 on Lamonta. Boy, that one will have to be on the highlight reel tonight on our Revs report. Tremendous grab to save the lead. Here's the stretch, the 2-0. And a swing and a pop-up. Pounds at third. Paniagua approaching. Pounds near the dugout. He's got it. Almost overstepped it. Reached back and made the grab to end the inning. Approaching the dugout, he took maybe an extra step or two. Maybe it came back a bit. And reaching to his left, he snagged it down along his hip. Only the 1 run, and it's unearned. 2 hits, 1 left. James Simmons, maybe a game-saving grab. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 3-1 Revs lead.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. With a full spectrum of care, including sports nutrition, concussion management, orthopedic surgery, and physical therapy, our winning team can help you prevent an injury or treat one. For immediate care, call 1-877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Basketball camps are still ongoing at York College of Pennsylvania and the Grumbacher Sport and Fitness Center. The second Spartan Boys Basketball Camp will be held July 27th to July 30th. The camp for boys aged 7 to 9 will be running from 9 to 12, and the camp for boys aged 10 to 15 will be running from 9 to 4. There will also be a shooting camp hosted for both boys and girls. The Spartan Shooting Camp for boys and girls will be running August 3rd to August 6th. The camp is for boys and girls aged 10 to 18, and that will be running from 9 to 12. For registration information, visit ycpspartans.com or contact York College head men's basketball coach Matt Hunter via phone at 717-849-1614 or via email at mhunter2@ycp.edu.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs on top, 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. One more half inning with Smitty here in the booth with us. Salvador Paniagua to lead off as Blacksher stays in. First pitch of the inning is up and in, a slider. And boy, Smitty, as a center fielder, you can really appreciate that play from Simmons.
Oh yeah, you have to. I mean, just out of respect for the game, you have to, especially when, you see a guy that's, let's just say, he hasn't found his niche yet. I mean, again, he's a new guy. I'm sure he's still trying to prove himself and, be accepted and show people that, I can play this game. I mean, we played against him last year, and he was awesome in center field. I believe he hit 20 home runs, and, right now is a little bit of a different story, but it just lets you know you can affect the game in more than one way. I mean, so to the kids that are listening out there and just anybody else, I know a lot of times you get caught up in home runs and just the cooler parts per se of baseball, but just know it's a game and it has more than there's more than one dynamic to it, more than one way to win. There's a lot of little ways that you can push runs across the board, you can save runs. I mean, and when you're saving runs and taking away from runs, that's just like having an RBI or scoring a run. So again, I tip my hat to the effort, and know that was not routine, not even close to being routine. So I hope everybody appreciated that.
We did. 1-2 on Paniagua, the pitch, and it's up and in, another slider. Simmons and Reynolds to follow. Usually it seems like when the guy makes the great defensive play, he leads off.
Exactly.
Next inning. He'll hit second. On deck now. The 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Blacksher with another slider, this one away. And gets Paniagua. Blacksher with 3 straight Ks after the home run from Pounds.
Well, let's see if the legend continues. You make a nice play like that, usually you might go pop here.
Does it kind of energize you? Make a play like that?
It does energize you. It makes you feel, especially if you feel like you haven't done your job that day. It makes your day complete. It kind of just eases you a little bit more if you are tense. But it makes the day, pretty good.
Well, ball down and away. So far at the plate today, Simmons a ground out, and then in the 5th inning, doubled down the third base line and scored. Big in that 2-run inning as Blacksher misses down and in on him, 2-0. Each team just 4 hits. Revs have a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Trying to win the final 2 of this homestand end series. And the 2-0 slider, it's a called strike. Simmons flinched, but did not pull the trigger on that one. Probably pretty good selection from him there to take one. Oh, a 2-1. And a swing and a rip foul just down in front of that one down the third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Simmons, the native of Irving, Texas, originally a Giants farmhand. He had made it as high as AAA. And Blacksher wants a new ball. Previous 3 seasons with Bridgeport, really been a force offensively, combined to hit 286, 39 home runs, 20 last year. Pitch to him is high and tight, right under his arms. It's a full count. It's 6 of those home runs for the Bluefish in this park.
Coming from a big park like that to a better park like this, I'm sure. Oh, just missed that one.
Just got under a slider. He skies it way up and shallow left, and the shortstop Zazueta with a late grab on it makes the catch for out number 2. Lamonta was right behind him, and some late communication, and Zazueta ended up catching it awkwardly. They're all talking about it after the fact. That was not pretty, but he got the job done. You're right, Simmons just got under it.
The sexy Italian, as Grillo would say. He's up to bat right now. It's good to see this see the little guy back. It was unfortunate when he went down. He was swinging a hot bat, and, he wants to be in there. He's a catalyst, energy guy.
And for those that didn't know who that was, it's Mikey Reynolds. Takes down low on the first pitch. Here's the 1-0. And a fastball over for a strike. He's 1 for 3 today. Drove in a run on a fielder's choice in the 5th. A 1-1. And that misses low. You going to hang out for the rest of the game in the stands, or what?
Well,
or do you have business to attend to?
I don't know if you want to call it business, but I have business to attend to. No, I'm going to be here through the duration of the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to sit in the stands or just walk around and say hello.
Gotcha.
I mean, I haven't been back here since retirement.
Temporary.
Yeah, whatever that word was. But it's good, man. It's good. I mean, I've still kept in touch with the guys. Some of them, not everybody. But that's, the same as before. And, I'll keep tabs on them here and there.
Well, hopefully one day you'll be out there again for us.
If it's meant to be, it will be. I mean, just know, to come back here is my first priority. But there's always, there's more than one side to it. So, I can only want and do what I can do myself, and other things are out of my control. So, if it's meant to be, then it'll happen, and if not, then, we'll be in another place, and taking the same type of attitude and respect for the game there. But again, to be here in center field for York is my priority.
Well, Mike, you working a full count. He grounds the 3-2 to third, and Palmero throws it across. Smitty, thank you very much for taking the time here in the booth. It's always great to see you. And keep in touch with us on the radio side. Best of luck with the continued strengthening.
Daryl, my friend, I do want to give Daryl, I'm not in here often, ever really, especially during the games. I'm usually on the other side. But, I mean, not to harp on last year, but again, Daryl, I'd like to thank you for the call and the debut we made together. The people of York and just the Revs organization. We were up for a couple ESPYs and didn't make the final list. Of course, ESPY was on yesterday, but just to be in conversation and to have a couple nominations are, that's the first time in history, at least for this league, and that for my life that I've ever been a part of. And again, we're small market and we're small name, or however you want to put it, but we made a big impact that day just on the world, because that's really where it went to. And whether hardware was given or not, that doesn't validate the situation, and just know that was a moment just for the ages, really. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys for what you've done here for me. I mean, if this is the end, then it's been a great run, and if not, then we'll still we have unfinished business to do. So again, thank you very much for having me up here.
Thanks, Smitty.
And you know what it is, just eyes up when you come in the clubhouse.
Yeah, every day. Oh man, yeah, that was part of the routine. Well, we will never forget what you've done here. Hopefully, you'll be back for more if it's meant to be, as you say. And Sean Smith joining us in the booth. Really enjoyed it. We'll go to the 8th. Revs lead it 3-1.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
of the 8th, the 3-1 lead, and Tyrell Harris fires a first pitch strike on Rennie Osuna leading off. Had shown a bunt, but took it. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Now the 0-1. And a swing and a ground ball, and fair down the third base line. Pounds laid out for it, but it was right down the chalk. Ferdinand will dig it out of the corner, and Osuna is in at second base with a leadoff double. To begin the 8th inning, he is not the tying run, but the tying run will come to the plate. Amadeo's his way to. Harris is in for the second straight game. Got the win last night with a scoreless 9th inning. And this is his 4th appearance with York. Here's the stretch. And the first offering, it is a little high. 1 ball and no strikes. Trying to preserve the lead with a thinned out bullpen today in terms of veterans available. The new youngsters that have been signed are all down there. There's a fastball just outside. And now 2-0. If Osuna scores, so be it. Have to avoid the multi-run inning, though. On the 2-0. And a fastball strike. That's over the outside corner. Two 2-1. Swung on and line to center. Simmons will back up a couple of steps. He's there to squeeze it. And guns it in. Osuna fakes going and has to lunge back to second as Valdez relayed the cutoff right over to Reynolds. That's his way to retire. A big first out. Had a pretty good swing on it. That flies out in center field. One down, and Kelly Cross, switch hitting catcher. He will bat from the left for the first time today. First pitch from Harris is outside. Cross, 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. Looks like Rob Skeeters will get up in the Revs bullpen, one of the new additions. The 1-0, and a swing and a miss on a fastball. He says it's pronounced Scooters. It looks like Shoers in the way it's spelled, but he had been closing in the league he had come from, 6'6" lefty. Same league that Ferdinand and Calderon had come from. The now ball loose from Sugarland's bullpen. It rolls into the infield. Time is called. One of the other new additions, Carlos Marquez, is warming him up in the bullpen. The 1-1, and that's down in the dirt. Paniagua collapses on it. And Mace tells Paniagua, go ahead and spend the visit. Go out and talk with Harris. It's an important spot. Oh, well, I guess it was just about signs anyway. Take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, and this is the only day game. Long Island is at Lancaster tonight. Southern Maryland at Bridgeport. Camden at Somerset. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Now ready to go again. Harris the stretch, the 2-1. Just missed away. Top of the order is next. Revs up 3-1 here in the 8th. Harris ready. 3-1 pitch. Called strike on the inner part of the plate. Cross was shifting back, but Harris got it over. A full count. On a stretch. Payoff pitch. Just outside. Man, that is not the guy they wanted to walk. Cross making just his 3rd start all year. He had struck out his first 2 at-bats. And Harris upset with himself. That is not who they wanted to walk. 2 on with 1 out. Now we go to the top of the order. The tying run now on base. And Kevin Russo at bat. Today 1 for 3 with an infield hit. Stands pretty much straight up in the right-hand box. First pitch is over the outside corner, a called strike. Russo's hit .351 against York. It's the 0-1. Breaking ball, strike called. Harris with a beauty and jumps ahead of him. Denny Almonte is on deck. Skeeters is still just playing catch, not cranking it up to come in to face the lefty. Here's the 0-2. Swing, and he pops him up. Over by the Revs dugout. Paniagua reaches in, and it lands about 4 rows back. It just would not stay in play. Now Russo's still alive. Harris tosses in for a new ball. And he doesn't like that one either. This one passes the test. Now looks in, comes set. And again on 0-2. Swing and a miss! He struck him out on a slider, and that's out number 2. We'll pause for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Well, 2 on with 2 outs. Denny Almonte, the hitter. 3-1 York in the 8th. Pitch from Harris. A swing and a looping fly to shallow left. Valdez out. Ferdinand in. And Nick Ferdinand sprinting in shallow left. Runs it down. It was dangerously close to dropping in shallow left toward the line. He had to run a long way and got there on a dead sprint to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 runners left. Harris with a scoreless 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Revs lead it 3-1.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school, play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics walk-in injury care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, Your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment. And both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
Summer is about taking time for what really matters. Spending time with the family, enjoying nature's beauty, having a healthy lawn you can be proud of, plus the time to enjoy it. With Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, you get world-class environmentally responsible lawn care from a hometown team. The result is a vibrant, beautiful lawn that turns heads and boosts curb appeal. Visit us at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the eighth, the 3-1 lead for the Revs. Right-hander John Luan will come on for Sugarland. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. The Revs looking for some insurance. Valdez, Patterson, and Boggs due up. Take a look at our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report today. Revs currently with the season-long inactives of Ian Durham and Brad Bergeson with the elbow injuries. Anthony LaRue with the leg. And temporarily, Talvin Nash for about a week after that hit by pitch in the arm. And Josh Judy with the knee injection the other day. He's down for another day or two, so unable to use him in the ninth today. Wilson Valdez to lead off. First pitch from Luan is a called strike over the inner edge of the plate. How about this? Here's the 0-1. And it misses in the dirt and deflects away. That's got to motivate him. He is 0 for 3 today, but drove in a run on a fielder's choice back in the fifth. Here's the 1-1, and a swing and a foul back and out of play. It's like when they stand on the top step of the Little League dugout. That'd be funny if his teammates did that. The 1-2 swings and fouls it away down the right field side. Hey, Art, why don't you I'm going to go down there and chant Wilson with the kids. Another 1-2. And that misses down and in as Valdez kicks out of the way. John Luan, 4-5, a 5.93 ERA, 8 saves, 32 games. He has had his struggles at times. Comes home, and a swing and a well-hit ball the other way and right, but it'll fade foul into the picnic area. Caroms against the bricks of the Revs clubhouse. Sent it a long way to the opposite field, but foul up onto the picnic landing. Lou on the stretch. 2-2 again, and a swing and a floater to shallow left center, and it'll drop in front of Lamonta's dive, and Valdez will hustle to second. Leadoff double to begin the bottom of the 8th. Wilson's fan club in front of us in the Dietz and Blewett Insurance Diamond Deck is going nuts. And Lamonta, it took him forever to get into that ball in left field. Laid out for it and still didn't come all that close. And Valdez was sprinting all the way, makes it to second ahead of the throw. Lamonta threw from his knees. Zazueta couldn't get there going out either. Here's Eric Patterson, and he shows a bunt as Luan misses down low. Patterson 1 for 3. A base hit back in the first inning. Corners are in. And the 1-0 half swing. Patterson got fooled and goes around on it. The ball was down low. The 1-1, and that misses down low. On the 2-1, and a swing and a foul out of play, left field side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Patterson at least trying to move Valdez along. 2-2. And a swing and a line drive the other way in left center, and Lamonta runs this one down. It sliced back to him, and Patterson very nearly found the gap. But Lamonta moving into left center, able to run this one down. He looked like he slightly took a step in further than he should have, but was able to reach across and make the adjustment. Here's Brandon Boggs, who's 0 for 3. Revs trying to do something with this leadoff double and produce an insurance run here in the 8th. First pitch is swung on and missed. Boggs was fooled on the slider and ended up going around. The 0-1, and a fastball over for a strike. Now, time called right as Luan lifted the leg and was about to stride home. And his foot hit the dirt, and he stopped and held on to it. 0-2 on Boggs. Valdez at second with 1 out after the leadoff double that blooped in. Patterson hit his hard, but his was caught. The 0-2, and that misses outside. Sugarland in the 9th inning will have 3, 4, and 5 in the order due up. And the Revs will have to get through that. There's the 1-2. And a swing and a fly ball the other way and left. Lamonta drifts back, but he will have room right in front of the track. He'll gun it to third. Valdez started to go, drawing the throw. And Boggs flies out fairly deep, but out number 2, and Valdez still standing at second base. And Brian Pounds will be intentionally walked. He's been red hot. Homered his last time up for the second straight game. Now they will go after Nick Ferdinand instead. Pounds provided the third run of the day on a solo shot in the 6th. Sugarland then got one back in the 7th, breaking up the shutout, and that's where we stand 3-1. So here's Ferdinand looking for insurance. Pick your poison. Lou on the pitch, and a curveball up and in. Ferdinand 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts, but last 4 games, 2 homers, a double, 6 driven in. A 1-0 and a fastball. It's a strike on the outside corner. Nick Ferdinand last night, 3-run homer, his 8th of the season, which leads the team. He joined the team on June 5th. The only player in the league with more home runs since June 5th, Kevin Rivers of Lancaster, who has 9. Ferdinand with 8. The 1-1, runners go, and a swing and a line drive, base hit to left. And Valdez around third, he was interfered with. He will score anyway. RBI single to left for Nick Ferdinand, and it's a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. They elected to face Ferdinand instead, and he drives in his 7th in the last 5 games. RBI single to left. Palmero was in the way of Valdez rounding third, so no matter what would have happened, he was going to score. And it's first and second for Andres Perez, who again is a hit away from tying the record. First pitch is a called strike, outside corner. It's nice to see the Revs put up an insurance run rather than the other way around. Now 4-1 lead here in the 8th. The 0-1 swung on, line to right field, and it is off the glove of Kevin Russo. Record-tying hit. Pounds is in to score. It's 5-1 here in the 8th. And Andres Perez with hit number 383 of his Revs career ties the all-time record, matching James Shanks. And some major Revs history is made. Takes off his helmet, waves to the crowd, and the always quiet and unassuming Andres Perez, who never brings attention to himself, but the attention on him there, and he humbly waved to the fans who stood for him. 5-1 here in the 8th. And here's Salvador Paniagua. Dre takes off, and Paniagua cranks a line drive foul into the seats and left. He was out in front of it. The Revs with 2 more 2-out runs. Russo laid out, but it hit off his glove. A hit all the way for Dre. Not only his 383rd hit to tie Shanks, his 600th total base with York. He's 5 away from tying that record. And Luan missing away on a fastball. It's 1-1. Ferdinand went first to third on it. Pounds scored from second on it. Big base hit. Back-to-back 2-out RBI hits. The 1-1. Dre goes again. It's outside. Cross the throw. And it's in time. And the second baseman, Osuna, puts it on him. So a caught stealing, but Andres Perez ties James Shanks at the top of the all-time list. Sean Smith, what do you got for us, Smitty?
Do it for the gods. He did it for the gods. Dre Day. Hey, I love you, bub. Good job, man. I mean, that's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of grinding, a lot of ups, downs, ins, outs, and to lead a franchise in hits. I mean, he already has a doubles record, the hits record. There's been a lot of great players that come through here. So a testament to time, faith, and just blessings. Congrats, my man. I'm glad I was here to see you tie it. I'm not sure I'm going to be in Lancaster to see you break it, but I was here for this. Awesome.
Thanks, Smitty.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Huge moment, huge record for Dre in Revs history, and helps add to the lead 5-1 as we go to the ninth.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to take that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Asics, New Balance, Wilson, and K-Swiss in widths that fit. And the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines ready to help with your selection. Tennis, it's a whole new game. Be prepared to play it well.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
This week, Westwood One Sports will deliver all the exciting action of the British Open. Hi, I'm Jason Horowitz. Join us as we'll bring you up-to-the-minute reports of the 144th Open Championship at St. Andrews. With defending champion Rory McIlroy out with an injury, can Masters and U.S. Open winner Jordan Spieth take a run at a third straight major? If it's the British Open, it's right here.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the ninth inning, 5-1. The Revs lead it. Left-hander Ron Skeeters is how he tells us it is pronounced. It looks like Schreers, but he says it's Skeeters. He'll face Delwyn Young up first. His first pitch with the Revs is inside, 89 miles an hour. Maple Donuts call to the bullpen, no longer a save situation. Skeeters has been closing. And the 0-1, that's a little low. He's been closing in the league that Ferdinand and Calderon came from, the North Country League. Startup for younger players. 6'6" lefty out of the stretch comes home, and a swing and a miss. 91, Young swings through it. He's 1 for 3 on the day, singled and scored in the 7th. Revs have another reliever up behind Skeeters. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball, he ramps it to 92. And that evens things up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the lefty's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a high fastball at 93. And 1 away here in the top of the 9th. They played the got him clip on strike 2. They thought he was out. And the board had 2 strikes on him then. They get to play it twice in a row. I'm sure Young loved that. 1 down. Here's Alan Dykstra. And Skeeters with the pitch. It's over for strike 1. Dykstra 1 for 3 today. A couple of ground outs and an infield hit. Lefty against lefty. The 0-1 curveball almost hit him and stayed inside. Dykstra turned and tried to get hit, it looked like. And looks like he's built solidly. I think that would hurt him too much. A 1-1 fastball for strike 2. Outside corner. Skeeters sporting number 9 with the Revs. And he's ready. 1-2. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts. Froze him with the curve, and Dykstra didn't like it. He's got words for Matt Beaver heading to the dugout. And out number 2 in the top of the 9. Revs an out away from their first set of back-to-back wins since June 28th and 29th. Here is Patrick Palmero. And Skeeters with the pitch, just swinging a pop foul straight back and out of play. Skeeters spent a couple of years at the low levels of the Orioles system, an Orlando, Florida native. Here in his debut, trying to finish it off 5-1, the Revs in front. Out of the stretch, he kicks and delivers and misses inside, took a little off. Pitched in the United League last season. Logan Williamson was in that league as a young player. The 1-1 swing and a foul tip. Nailed Matt Beaver in the chest protector. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Revs going for just their second set of back-to-back wins since June 10th. 5-1 they lead here with 2 outs in the 9th. And he's ready. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ron Skeeters got him on the changeup. Strikes out the side in the 9th inning in his Revs debut. And the Revs win the final 2 games of this homestand and earn a series split as they top the Skeeters today by a final score of 5-1. And what a debut. Not to mention that it was just his birthday 2 days ago. Skeeters turned 23 the day before signing, which was yesterday. And not a save situation thanks to the insurance, but he strikes out the side in order in the 9th inning to end it. Rommie Lewis, his team leading 6th win of the year. Andres Perez ties the hits record. The bullpen good again, and timely hitting as the Revs score 5 runs on 7 hits. Great defense, and do not forget, maybe the play of the game, and I only say maybe because we had a hits record, but other than the hits record, the play of the game, James Simmons keeping the Revs in front with that home run robbing catch at the fence in left center in the 7th inning. They did a bit of everything today. And 11 a.m. starts, not easy on the players, but they played a complete game. And this one was a